good friend, Rev C.L. Franklin, and all of the officers and members of the Detroit Council.
My grandfather had Martin Luther King here for the Freedom Walk, and that was the first time the speech was debuted at New Bethel Baptist Church. My mother was the coordinator for the SCLC program.
No, we are not satisfied, and we will not be satisfied until justice rolls down like waters.
I am not unmindful that some of you have conquered on your trials and tribulations. Some of you have come fresh from narrow jail cells. Some of you have come from areas where your quest for freedom left you battered by storms of persecution and staggered by the winds of police brutality.
The other day I had a conversation with somebody just talking about some of your wildest dreams, and you don't think that Dr. Martin Luther King is the same age as my grandparents. So can you imagine what their wildest dream is, and to be living their wildest dream and you still living life?
Regresa a Mississippi, regresa a Alabama, regresa a Carolina del Sur, regresa a Georgia, regresa a Louisiana, regresa a los barrios bajos de nuestras ciudades sabiendo que en una manera
It's just like, I ain't got it together. So how am I somebody's wildest dream but to imagine having a dream and seeing it coming to pass, and it's still going. Of course, we're not there yet, but it's still going, still living, still doing exactly what the dream says, being able to have those conversations in other languages and going to different places and going to a PWI where I'm in a classroom with someone who's not my equal, because we're not there yet, but someone who is learning the same content that I'm learning. We're taking the same test. We may not get the same grade, we might not have the same study habits, but we're in the same room. And the fact that we're in the same room means that when I leave this room, I have an equal opportunity. I may have to fight a little harder, but I have an equal opportunity to get somewhere because of the dream.
Yo tengo un sueño que mis 4 niños pequeños podrán un día vivir en una nación donde ellos no serán juzgados por el color de su piel, pero por el contenido de su carácter. So that means I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character.
Yo tengo un sueño que mis 4 niños pequeños podrán un día vivir en una nación donde ellos no serán juzgados por el color de su piel, pero por el contenido de su carácter.
I have vivid memory of being on the stage, but just nervous for my part coming up, trying to remember everything at the time. It was a very big event. I knew what was to come of it, but I didn't think it would hold so much significance at the time, being so young.
I have a dream that on the red hills of Georgia, sons of former slaves and sons of former slave owners will be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood.
So when the opportunity arises for me to get a group of young people together at my daughter's school, I ran with it.
We will be able to work together, to pray together, to struggle together, to go to jail together, to stand.
I remember being backstage and just being really nervous, and I remember we got to meet Miss Aretha Franklin, and that was like amazing, and just the nerves of being out there. And the only good thing is like the lights blinded us, so I couldn't really see into the crowd, which made it easier to perform. And I don't think I appreciated as much what we were doing at the time. Like, I understood that it was big, it was the I Have a Dream speech, it meant a lot.
Ainsi l'Amérique doit être une grande nation, cela doit être vrai. Alors laissons le son de la liberté résonner de tous les pays de New Hampshire. Laissons le son de la liberté résonner de la puissante montagne de New York. Je le rêve qu'un jour, là en bas en Alabama, c'est le racisme vicieux. C'est un gouverneur qui s'interpose et qui annule ce qui se passe. Qu'un jour, là en bas en Alabama, le petit garçon noir et la petite fille noire avec un seul, le maître de la petite fille blanche et de petite fille blanche.
16 years later is full of laughter. I thought it was amazing to see a childhood version of me maintain the will to adjust.
This will be the day. This will be the day when all of God's children will be able to sing with new meaning, "My country, tears of thee."
I also attended a school which taught French when I was in kindergarten and third grade. And that was very important to me that my daughter learned a second language.
Tenemos que la libertad venga desde las montañas rocosas, coronado cubiertos de nieve.
I was the youngest, so I don't really remember a lot. I just remember it was in the multi-purpose room at the old F.L.I.C.S building. I remember I knew other people's parts because I only had 2 parts. All I said was, I have a dream, yo tengo un sueño. That's all I really said. So I knew part of the Japanese part, which was like something like, wate wate wa, koko ni, something, something. It sounded like that.
Kono shinko ga areba, ware ware wa, tomo ni hata koto ga kiru, tomo ni inoru koto ga kiru, tomo ni tadakau koto ga kiru, tomo ni junu tama ni tachiragaru koto ga kiru. Iska wa junu na to shinjiru koto ga deku no da.
But as I got older, I found out more things, especially him relating to my family, how he first gave the I Have a Dream speech at my great-great-great-great-grandfather's church for the first time, that was the first time that the I Have a Dream speech was heard by people. And just the impact that had for him to be the first person to give Martin the stage and the audience to let his message be heard was very crucial to the civil rights movement.
To see you all now as grown people touched my heart. To know that I had a little piece of what made you guys grown people today is really important to me. And I'm just thankful that your parents put you guys at F.L.I.C.S. Because in the 90s, people were not thinking globally. And to know that you all learned a second language, and sometimes because you were there, y'all picked up 3 and 4 pieces of it.
No, it's not. What she can war does shred out. Woman don't she can shred the wind. Woman high shred England. All right.
Just what do you hope to accomplish here, Reverend Franklin? Well, the original purpose of getting this group together was to protest this southern situation, particularly in Birmingham and Jackson. But of course, we will concern ourselves and address ourselves to other immediate problems.
But just the whole experience for you guys was amazing. Again, I'm thankful that you all took the time out today to come and do this again. And there's no telling where this may take us.
To join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual. Free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty. We